With me is Mr. slash pastor slash teacher Akashdeep. He is a songwriting faculty here at Jaago College. Contributed in a lot of amazing, anointed, blessed songs that have come up at the Jaago Music.
I'm so happy because we are talking about songwriting, which is not a topic which is very much talked about. I think India is the country where you find the variety of music type. I think we can explore these, and by this way we can actually develop different styles or different fusions
Right.
that has Indian taste as well as the Western musical taste.
Okay.
There are praise songs which are not so high in energy, but they do not fall into worship category. For an example, if you listen to the song 10,000 Reasons,
Okay.
it's a praise song, not a worship song.
Oh, really? So just to recap, FTL, focus, tone,
And lyrics.
lyrics. I've heard this term a lot of times with songwriters. So, how can a person overcome a writer's block? And what are the tips that you, being a songwriter for this amount of time, you will have experiences with writer's block as well. So, what are the tips that you have to overcome?
Yeah, so writer's block is a very common situations where writers stuck in a place either to start or to finish a song. Sometimes you produce an idea, but that idea is not at all satisfying. So this is called writer's block situation. And somewhere in the journey of songwriting, you would definitely have that.
Okay.
There might be many reasons for it. Sometimes since you are not prepared or you have some other task. So like if you are overwhelmed with other things, sometimes you'll not have thoughts or you'll not be completely up for the song. So many times there may be different reasons, but how we can overcome this? Okay, in songwriting, small things can make a change. For an example, the room that you are sitting and writing,
Okay.
and you are changing the room. You are just going out and sitting in the field. It can actually help you to come out of the writer's block. But how it happens? Just it not only the room changing, the perspective.
Okay.
You're changing the atmosphere. That your brain is actually now on something else. So how you overcome, the tips that I want to give is, if you are stuck in a writer's block, leave it. Start writing a poetry. It can be about anything. Just walk in the park. If you see a small squirrel, if you see a butterfly, or if you see a child playing with somebody, I'm just giving an example. Start writing about it. Don't think about the song. And then once you feel better, come back
Okay.
on the song. Definitely your perspective will change, and you'll be able to overcome to the writer's block.
Great.
What happens, when we use the same process sometimes, so our mind adopts it, but when you change the process, it gets a challenge.
Right,
Okay, something different happened which was not programmed
Correct.
in the brain.
Correct.
So the moment your brain gets a challenge, it will automatically do something to overcome the challenge.
Yeah.
That increases the productivity and the creativity as well.
Okay. Wow. Great insight, Pastor. So, how can a young songwriter focus on storytelling in their lyrics? And why is it so crucial in gospel music? I want to know how much of a justice a story does in a song. Do the stories have to be inspired from the Bible, or do the stories have to be inspired from personal experiences, or a personal story, or a personal testimony? What is your view?
Storytelling is a very easy way to connect with people. Okay, if you see the Bible, what is the Bible? It's a book of stories.
Correct.
It's a book of stories, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it is not word of God, but how God presents His word. Okay, but the thing is, when you read that story, you are able to connect with that story, because somewhere the story goes the same place where you are right now. If you are having a hard time and you are reading a story where a same character has the same feeling that you are having right now, you immediately connect with that.
Correct.
So in the same way, in writing, when we write songs, stories becomes illustrations for the listeners.
Imagining.
Yeah. So they start imagining themselves in the same place.
Right.
Once you are able to connect your listener to the story, you will be able to lead them to the conclusion.
Okay.
For an example, in the last bootcamp, we wrote a song, Rukna Na Tu.
Okay.
It was a story inspired from the life of Joseph. Joseph was the son of Jacob.
Right.
And right from the childhood, when he was very, very young boy, he was sold by his brothers.
Correct.
Now, the amount of discouragement or the bitterness he should have when his own people have done something like that. Also murdered, planned a murder for Joseph. He didn't do anything. But he was taken away from his house at a very young age. Right. Can you imagine a young boy who loves his father a lot, mother a lot, who have never thought that I will go away from my parents' house. Before a day, he is in his father's house before him, and the next day he is in a strange land.
Right.
Among the strangers. And the reason is his brothers. So can you imagine the bitterness he should have?
Correct.
So sometimes the same situation can be with us.
Okay.
Where we are demotivated or we are discouraged or we are put in a situation just because of others. If the song we wrote about Joseph, so it has the story of Joseph. कि नया है दिन नया सवेरा बीती जो रात बीता अंधेरा. We are trying to motivate the person. Okay, this happened, it's fine. This happened, it's fine. मंजिल वही है, रास्ता नया है. Okay, there is a new day. Okay, to it. If you are able to connect these people with the story, so they will also come with you till the conclusion.
Correct.
And they will get motivated.
Yeah.
They will also understand कि if I'm able to connect with the story of Joseph, what he went through, I will also reach where Joseph reached.
Right.
That means he came out of the situation.
Correct.
So it's a very, very good that we use illustration stories. And I'm not very, very focused on it should be from the Bible, but it should be real.
Okay.
It should not be very much fiction. The reason is why? Because the fictions are fictions. Fictions doesn't have power to transform.
Wow.
Only the reality has power to transform.
Okay.
So it can be either from the Bible or outside of the Bible, or you know somebody who can inspire people with their stories, but the character has to be a real person. The character has to go through a real story.
Right.
There has to be real challenges and real overcomes.
Wow.
If you're using those stories, definitely your songs will reach to people who are exactly in the same situation.
So, wow, Pastor. I mean, great insight. So this is, it's an established story, like you mentioned, Ruknana Tu, Joseph's story. This is something from the Bible which is already established. People know the outcome. A lot of people are blessed by Joseph's journey, the outcome, and events following that. But if someone has to turn a personal story, हमारे जैसे आम इंसान, बाइबल वाले तो लोग महान हैं, इंस्पायरिंग हैं, बट हमारे जैसे आम इंसान को अगर हमारी पर्सनल स्टोरी को अगर गाने में ट्रांसलेट करवाना है, what are the tips or what is a tip that you can share that it does justice, like it doesn't sound like an emotional rant. It shouldn't sound like that, or as if like I'm sitting with a therapist, ये मैं share कर रहा ऐसे, it should sound like something motivational. How can you do justice? Can you share a tip?
Yes, definitely. I would share. As you said that the Bible stories are the stories of great people, and yeah. But somebody like you and me, nowadays, if you see, there are so many biographies
Yeah.
of people, and trust me, like people love it. People are loving the stories of the real people, which are very common, like you and me.
Yeah.
Who overcame of some of the most difficult things in their lives and have become an inspiration. So the very first thing that if I take an example, if I'm the one who is trying to make my story turn into a song,
Okay.
so the very first and the most important tip is to be real.
Okay.
Do not exaggerate things
Okay.
unnecessarily.
Got it.
Okay, because I have, like, whenever it comes to stories, many times people try to like
Exaggerate a certain situation,
Yes.
amplified it.
and they sometimes amplified it till an extent that then it doesn't connect with the people, because that goes into a different zone then. So be real.
Okay.
You have to be real. And when you have a thought that I want to do something like this, the very first question that you should ask yourself is that what is the one thing that I want to convey to the listener who is coming to listen to my song.
Great.
There can be multiple things, like story can be your life story, your past, your this and your that. But when the person is listening, what is the one thing that he is taking with him or with her when they listen to your song? So that part has to be thought, that what is the one thing that I want to give.
Okay.
Because if you're listening a song based on a real story, so definitely there would be a message that they are getting with the character.
All right. Awesome, Pastor.
I just want to take a moment and share with you about Jaago College Bootcamp. It's a 30 days residential training program where you come and live with us. It's a place where lives are transformed, and here students learn humility, grow in skill, and grow in community, go deeper in devotion with God. Whether you are a singer, a songwriter, a music producer, or a filmmaker, or just an individual who wants to learn and serve God with excellence, this is a place for you. And here's the exciting part. In the boot camp, students go on to write 7 to 8 original songs and produce it in just 30 days. It is not just theory, it's a hand-on, heart-first learning. We run 2 boot camps in a year, spring boot camp in the month of April and autumn boot camp in the month of October. We also host online boot camps and special editions throughout the year. All the latest details are in the description below. Do check it out. If you feel the nudge, don't wait. Register today and become India's next champion breed.
So, Pastor, I need your opinions about the future of Indian gospel music. So, you might have heard a lot of times from a lot of people, India is a young nation. Soon, by 2050, it'll be one of the top nations in the world, youngest nation, and इनका जो average Indians का जो average age है वो youth जो age होती है between 18 to 35 इसमें ही आती है. तो India is a very young nation in comparison to the other superpowers like China, US. So India is a booming country. So keeping that in mind, the future of Indian gospel music is young. The future of Indian gospel music looks very promising. So with everything that's happening nowadays, I want to focus on AI or technology in general. So what do you think today's technology या फिर जो अगले 3 4 5 साल में जो टेक्नोलॉजी बन रही है, डेवलप हो रही है, हाउ विल दैट प्ले a role in shaping India's gospel music scene in the coming future?
So yeah, as you mentioned that this is the fact that India is going to be the youngest nation
Right.
of this world very, very soon. So when it comes to the young people, that means right now we are in a generation which is called Gen Z,
Correct.
which is very different from the generation which came earlier. And I'm just keeping this particular thing in mind, and I'm just assuming this from the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs are actually different. So I'm just imagining the generation which is coming ahead. It is going to be very, very fast.
Right.
It is going to be very creative as well.
Okay.
If you're seeing the rise of AI and technology, so I'm expecting it will go up
Okay.
in next few years. Some people will say, okay, this is not good, the technology in the creative field, especially in the songwriting.
Okay.
In the songwriting, because songwriting has a different approach than anything else. Because in songwriting, the songwriters would love to sit hours and hours, do the composition, every word. So some people does not support AI. They say, okay, AI is not good for us. It'll kill the creativity. But
Okay.
yeah, there may be some of the things which will change. But I don't agree with them 100% because few years back,
Okay.
there was a different way of doing music.
Right.
People had all these big mixers.
Okay. Correct.
People had all these big equipments.
Correct.
If I go before that, we had a computer which was of the size of a room. And then slowly it changed, technology changed, and we are managing with all these things.
Yeah.
So if we make use of it, well, so it is going to help us, because some of the AI tools are there right now in the present that can make your work really easy, because they are fast
Right.
and you are in a fast world.
Correct.
So it can help you even in this Christian music scene. You can take help of the technology and be faster and better. Yes, that is for sure that you cannot 100% use it. But I'll tell you like that. Before this, you were doing 100% by yourself.
Right.
But if the technology comes in and helps you to do the 50%, so is it helping you to reduce your work?
Exactly.
As well as it is faster than you, because if you're doing 50% and you're taking 10 days and it is doing 50% for you and taking 10 minutes
Right.
of your time.
Correct.
So it is saving your time.
Exactly.
It is saving your efforts. You're putting yourself in that, but you're not putting yourself as you were earlier putting. And at the same time, since the generation is changing, the trends are changing, we cannot stay behind.
Correct.
We cannot stay behind, right? So we need to upgrade ourselves, and I believe that the future of gospel scene will also become big as the technology grows.
Indian gospel.
Indian gospel, yeah. It'll become big, it'll become good, it'll have more quality music,
Right.
more quality lyrics, and it'll upgrade actually. So this is my stand for the technology in the Christian scene.
Wow. Great insight. So, I mean, continuing the same discussion, people having easy access to streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube in general. How do you see Indian gospel songwriting basically evolving in the nearby future? So, how will streaming platforms like I mentioned, Spotify, etc., is going to help the Indian songwriting scene to evolve?
The online platforms or the streaming platforms mainly, they're helping Indian gospel in many ways. The very first thing is to reach a wider audience. It is helping it to reach a wider audience in a very easy way, you know.
Right.
If I just take example of one particular platform, we can call it, we can take an example of Spotify. Like, there are people already who use that particular platform.
For sure.
So when you're putting your music and you're not earlier the promotion, how the promotion used to be done, we know
Cassettes and CDs.
so many things. Apart from this, so many other things you have to do. But right now you have a broader audience, and you're not working as hard as you were working earlier.
Right. In the distribution scene.
In the distribution scene, promotional scene, or it is growing faster.
Correct.
Your audience is growing faster.
Yes.
This is the example of just one. We have other platforms as well.
Correct.
Which is helping you.
Yeah.
So the broader audience now. There is one
by
more.
broader audience, do you mean like local or international?
By broader audience means international.
Okay.
International.
Okay.
Right now I'm just talking about the listeners, but since there are also other people, that means you as a writer will also explore more.
With the help of these platforms.
That these platforms, by listening others or listening what is happening, and then you'll also upgrade yourself.
Right.
By the time.
Definitely.
You will also know the need of the audience, and by this you'll up your game.
Definitely. Yeah, streaming platforms in general, I mean, in the explore section, in most of these platforms, you can actually see what song is trending and what is really catching everyone's eyes, what the people are really listening to. There's a particular song, I don't want to mention the name of the artist or the song's name, but a very a recent song in the secular scene, I'm saying, an artist from Kerala, India, he came out with a song, and I mean, it sounded very unique, but although it was made in India from with the help of an Indian artist, it sounded very international, and the song really picked up, and I mean, it's still one of the top 10 or top 5 songs on all major streaming platforms. So yeah, I mean, the explore page can really help see what is trending, and I think songwriters can get an idea of what is trending, what is not, get influenced.
Yes, I think that like what you said, I'm also aware of that particular incident.
Okay.
And actually this is one thing, but you know, there are so many other benefits. Since you're on those streaming platforms, you may have opportunities to collaborate.
Okay.
Because you are easy accessible.
Right.
On the social media platforms, streaming platforms, you are easily accessible by the other people who actually love your work and want to collaborate with you. So the collaboration, the chances of collaborating with the other people are also increasing, right? With that, at the same time, most of the times I have heard that artists, because in the making a song, and it takes a lot, right? Not just your talent, not just your hard work, but your money also goes into it.
Correct.
And there is no surety that like how much is it going to, like you'll be able to gain it, right? Because you don't do that, by the way, because you are an artist, so you put your everything in your song and you trust it. But these streaming platforms would also help you, not completely, but monetization I'm talking about.
Right, generate a revenue.
Yes.
Okay.
At least a part of it
Hmm.
to help your talent
Yeah.
to make more
Correct.
music,
Correct.
more stuffs.
So, I mean, I just need your opinion on this. So, keeping in mind today's public, today's listeners, most of them are very young. Like we say, it's the Gen Z crowd. And I just want to take an example of like how we use Instagram in general. So, the Reels section. Majority of the reels or the content that is made is very short form. It's like 15, 20, 30 seconds. So in that way, if we compare that format to songwriting, song making, song composition, do you think like I mean I believe the duration of the song, like and on an average a song is 3 minutes 30 seconds or maximum 4 seconds, but do you think like the song duration have to shrink, they have to become very concise, or what else can be done to cater today's audience?
Yes. So definitely, I think that because earlier the songs used to be 6 minutes, 7
Correct.
minutes, and then it came to 5 minutes, and then 4.5, now 4. And surprisingly, I'm telling you that people are slowly getting into it.
Yes,
They
because
are
songs
understanding.
which are less in duration actually get viral very quickly.
Yes. And the retention power is also something that we have to consider.
Attention span, yes.
These are the like being like as a songwriting, you have to think about everything. Like
Correct.
you have to study your audience.
Yes.
So when you are studying your audience, you know that you have an audience which cannot watch you, like they cannot watch something more than 1 minute even like now. And I'm seeing some of the big artists, I cannot name them, but I cannot take their name, but they're also understanding this, and they are right now producing song which is actually 2 minutes. And I was surprised, like, okay, yeah, and in that 2 minutes there are so much
is happening.
Right,
Right.
that is keeping your audience
Like creativity is next level, and like in such a short duration.
so they're keeping your audience like, okay, this and khatam. So they are able to do the song, they are able to give the song, at the same time they are able to get the audience satisfied with that limited time. Then why to go ahead and 3, 4, 5 minutes? So as the retention power comes down, as things change, as we examine our audience, we also have to keep it in mind, all these things. So
Right.
the comes back to the point that yes, the song should become smaller with more elements in that
Correct.
smaller part, where you don't have to listen to 5 minutes, 6 minutes to just to see what is there. But I think first few seconds, some of the good people, some of the good writers, some of the good listeners say that your song, the first 5 to 10 seconds are more than enough for get the people's attention.
Correct.
So they don't have to listen to you 3 minutes to understand, okay, what is there in it. So like it is so small, it has become so small, smaller than the reel.
Right. And I also feel like a lot of today's issues, I mean, you could, for example, mental health, faith, I feel these can be also addressed in like these shorter duration of songs. I want to take an example, like most of these rap songs, they address these current issues, mental health, mental state, depression, but this is like in the secular scene. But I feel like if these are implemented in the Indian gospel music scene, keeping in mind that we cater to the Gen Z crowd, upcoming young crowd, I feel like it could be beneficial. What do you think?
Actually, Yes, I think the same. Since you mentioned the social issues and all, so let me tell you, if you step on a stage and give a speech, there can be many people who are hurt with your speech.
Right.
But if you can do a thoda sa sugar coating and make a song of it with the same message,
Right.
you like you won't get that particular hate.
It stays with the people. It stays in their hearts. Stays in their minds.
Yes. So, you can say some of the most critical things that people cannot say openly in the form of a song.
Correct. Very true. Yeah.
So it's the best way to do this. And since you mentioned about the mental health and all these things are very, very real actually. We cannot stick to only the things that we like, but we also have to address which is reality.
Yes.
And either it is outside of the church or inside of the church, people struggle with those issues.
Correct.
And we can, and Bible has a solution, but the thing is, if we are not talking openly about it, it's fine. But we can make use of our songs to address those issues. There are so many songs like that. If I say like even Jaago Music has that Hamdard. Yeah, as well as some other music labels has few songs. Like one of the songs that I heard was Maa Ke Saman. So sometimes there are people who feel so lonely and they have a bad past.
Yeah.
Or they could not, like their parents could not spend enough time, and they have grown like that, and they have a lot of loneliness in them. So sometimes these songs help these people to experience God at that space.
Wow.
Whenever they are filled with all this, and let me tell you that sometimes there are so many encounters that take place that all the bitterness and the burden they carry, these songs actually serve these people and they come out of it.
Wow.
So we must address these issues with our songs.
Correct. So
and
good.
This generation truly needs it.
For sure.
Yes.
Wow. Awesome, Pastor. So, I mean, just to recap, I mean, streaming platforms, I mean, could serve in multiple ways with today's technology and be of great help to Indian gospel music songwriters.
Yes.
Wow. Awesome, Pastor.
Hey, thank you so much for sticking with us till the end. If you found this episode valuable, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want more conversations like this, don't forget to subscribe. We've got plenty more coming your way. See you in the next one.